Hello there. Charles III succeeded his mother to the British throne. There were often doubts about him as a monarch, and he has something ahead of the late Queen, though. The late Queen has been a constant for decades, but will her successor enjoy the same reputation in the future? Charles was often doubted, as many believed that, unlike his mother, he did not have what it takes to be a monarch. I have fewer worries there, replies nobility expert from Germany Thomas Kielinger in an interview with T Online. The British are well aware that Charles III couldn't easily follow in the Queen's footsteps. You can't do that either when she becomes Queen at 25 and then reigns for 70 years. Charles is already 73 and nobody expects him to reign like his mother did. On the contrary, people wish him his very own style. The fact that the two royals are so far apart in age at the time of their respective coronations is a crucial point, is what Keelinger believes. She was only 25 years old and needed help. In addition, she didn't know the people. Charles has learned his current position through observation over the years. He helped shape the monarchy under his mother. People not only grew up with the Queen, but also with Charles for over 70 years. And Keeling is certain people feel confidence and goodwill towards him. Although Charles has succeeded to the throne with the death of his mother, the coronation is still pending. The Daily Mail recently reported that the ceremony is scheduled for June 2nd in 2023, the day that would have been the 70th anniversary of Elizabeth II's coronation ceremony. However, Charles is said to want to keep the whole thing on a smaller scale than his mother did in 1953. In any case, many assume that Charles wants to streamline the monarchy and reduce the focus to a few members at the top of the royal family. Recently, there had been criticisms of the costly mourning phase for the Queen. And beyond that, the raison d'etre of the monarchy in its current form is often in question. Is it still up to date and still justified to the given extent? In the first few days after the Queen's death, the dissenting voices were very quiet, also out of respect for the grieving relatives. It remains to be seen how public reactions will turn out in the future. However, Thomas Kielinger notes how important the monarchy is for many Britons and that there are many supporters. There are always reasons why a society would want to tear itself apart, and then it is important to have an office at the top that all members of the state can look up to and that serves all groups from a neutral position, he thinks. Elizabeth II was just outstanding in her ability to symbolize this neutrality and to remain popular on all sides of the society. That's why Keeling is sure that this continuity will add to the grief and a feeling of gratitude. What did we experience in terms of federal presidents during that time here in Germany? That's the advantage of the constitutional monarchy, that it brings calm with the unrest of political worldliness, that it has its anchor of calm over all the quarrels of political history. Of course, Keelinger knows that there also are anti monarchists in England, but the supporters of the monarchy are clearly in the majority in Great Britain. And it will remain so for a long time, he is convinced. But in addition to the criticism of the monarchy, Charles also faces challenges of a different kind. Just 2 days before her death, the Queen confirmed the new British Prime Minister Liz Truss in office. The attitudes of the politician differs greatly from that of the new king when it comes to climate and environmental protection. She advocates nuclear power and controversial fracking, but doesn't think much of solar panels. Charles, on the other hand, is openly committed to environmental protection, advocated a rethink as early as the 1970s, and most recently stated in a BBC interview around 2021 that he consciously avoided meat 2 days a week. Another day, he doesn't eat any dairy products. He also designed his property to be more environmentally friendly, for example, in terms of heating or by installing solar panels on the roofs. A problem that goes hand in hand with the different attitudes of Truss and Charles is The British royal family has always maintained its aforementioned political neutrality, which is due to the constitutional monarchy. Not exactly the best omen for harmonious handling of the institutions. If the king doesn't comment on Liz Truss politics, Charles' followers could rub their eyes in astonishment. If, on the other hand, he openly opposes the opinion of the Prime Minister, he would anger the conservative tabloids and endanger the relationship between her and the royal family. The example of Prince Harry and Duchess Meghan clearly shows how deviants are dealt with in Great Britain. Since they renounced their royal duties, they have repeatedly been the target of sometimes severe criticism. In any case, before his royal role, Charles behaved in a deliberately diplomatic manner. When the BBC asked him last year if the British government was doing enough to combat climate change, he replied, "I can't possibly comment on that." But we will see if he stays that way. And I'll see you in my next video. I'll be back.